Welcome back to the WODprep podcast. I'm your host, CJ Diploma, with the best host in the space, Claire Bays.
Vicky's good morning. Vicky's gonna yell at you if you don't swap our spots.
Oh, are we backwards? I don't know.
You don't even know what's what anymore.
I don't know. I feel like I haven't done this show in like a month.
Yeah. So in a way, it's been infrequent for you.
Yeah, it's been since before this show. It's been since before William was born, right? Did we get on? Oh no, we got on Friday morning, right after he was born, right?
To be honest, I really don't.
With John,
we may
right?
have. We may have.
Like the 8th or 9th.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sounds great.
Sure.
I really don't know. I think you're right. I know that last week choosing to go on solo, I was like, everyone's here. I plan to be here. We're just going to do this. And then during it, I was like, I am so underprepared. What even is this? But we made it through. So it was
all right. You just get an experience of like the whole 18 months prior to you joining the show regularly.
Yeah, I think you are good at solo hosting. Mm-hmm. And I would need a lot more. I don't know. It needs work. So it was a good opportunity to have to do it, do something uncomfortable. I say have to get to, but yeah, it was a good experience of like, you were not ready for that. Anyway, whatever. Okay, there's room for improvement, I guess.
Yeah,
for sure. Thank you guys. You guys are I appreciate you. I was not satisfied with the product, but that's okay.
Did you watch it back?
I did because of that. I don't often watch them back, but I did because I was by myself. Yes.
Yeah. I think I've watched like one. The same with like reading programming back and things like that. I don't do it.
Yeah.
It's like a huge flaw in my personality arc, like just like who I am. It's
well, hold
like,
on. So you don't review your programming after the fact? Is that what you're saying? Because I think with the show, well, okay. Yeah.
Like anything I've done, like pieces I've written, like once it's out, like once it goes public, like I'm not looking back. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm always like feeling like I'm stressed for time and to like go back and work through it. And I also just like absolutely hate listening to myself on every account.
Well, okay. Regarding the programming and going back, I do believe that like you get review through the feedback from your athletes and you're very communicative with them. So even if you don't go back and necessarily like look over it, I think you're also getting a lot of feedback and you are contemplating that, you're thinking about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there's a different form of review that's occurring there.
Yes.
In my opinion. But yeah, I think so I told you about this just before we came on, but I just have to share it here. So Jimmy went on a local news station a couple of times this week not local to Austin, local to another area, and for a show that he was in last night, wrestling. And he is the bad guy, right? So he was that character. And it was hilarious because of course the woman hosting doesn't understand initially. She's got there, doesn't understand. And he's just being very different from anyway, it was just quite funny. And watching that, I was like, I think I need to take acting classes or something to improve that skill, of even being able to speak in any capacity. So it's almost interesting we've gotten this far without any of that as far as the emceeing and so on goes. But I'm like, man, you could make some meaningful, positive strides with a bit more effort.
Oh yeah. Well, I think in our specific thing, like the personality is what everyone wants, like that's watching.
Sure.
Right. Or like listening on the floor. So I think just like whatever comes out ends up being the thing. Hold on, I gotta let Duke in.
Okay. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. Even if I think about like interviews and things like that, there's definitely room for improvement. And I don't wonder if he can still hear.
Okay.
I've had the opportunity to do some of those, and that's definitely another one that it's like, man, reps would be quite helpful here.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, Vicky says that improv classes are amazing for that. Yeah.
This is what I could never do. This is what I could never do. Vicky's re-listen to your recordings 3 or 4 times. So like, what do? Like, are you changing them? This is like my thing, right? Is there's no way I'm going to go back and fix whatever it is. Like, so if I'm making like some sort of video, right?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
like our training cycle overview, or reviewing, like sending video to athletes or something to that effect. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to change it? Am I going to reshoot the whole thing?
Mm.
And if it's a 10-minute video, I watch it for 10 minutes and then I reshoot it for 10 minutes. And so now this 10-minute project has turned into 30,
Uh-huh.
right? You
Yeah.
know, or it's even longer because now, to be clear, I've definitely like gone off the rails on a video and I'm like, I'm just going to delete that because I was way too mean.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, the only thing that's going to happen is it's going to take so much more time for the product to improve 1% or 2%. And so the juice isn't worth the squeeze usually for me. Hey,
I think in review, maybe you don't actually go back and edit it. Maybe you accept the product, but you can still go back and listen and use that information to inform how you approach the next one, right? Like, not necessarily going back and reviewing for the purpose of editing. Not that obviously I'm not saying that would be bad either, but like, okay, that's what that is for today. But
Right.
listening back is an opportunity to notice some of your quirks, habits, things that don't sound great.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So wouldn't require immediate review of that exact thing, but could be helpful to future. Anyway,
I know Amanda's probably watching, but I have to say, did you see? I know you probably have. I don't think I told you. Amanda got dinged. So my 45 athlete was one spot out, would have been potentially one spot out after everything was done, before the leaderboard finalized, and she got dinged, and so she's out. So she had a drink. She sent me a video or sent me a picture. She was like, well, there goes the season. But you know, it was basically like someone would had to have dropped out for injury or something like that. And so it was close, but it was a punch to the gut for sure.
we know another athlete that also got dinged and it took them out, right?
Oh yeah, we had an athlete in qualifying position with another coach, a 60-year-old female, that ended up jumping down. This is leading into what I want to talk about too. So we have a 60 female who was 8th. They got dinged for jumping down off the box when they're supposed to step down. And so
how did her head judge feel about that?
You mean Nelson?
Just like after the fact, that would hurt to know that you had some role, right? Does that make sense?
I think Nelson's okay.
If he's not, then I almost hate to put that maybe leave it anonymous. That would just be stressful.
It's super stressful, right? So Amanda got dinged for an arch lockout in the handstand push-up, which she always has had. And it's something we've worked on a ton, but as soon as she's even fatigued a little, like she gets really archy, right? Those hips are sagging and the back is arched, right? So Lito said that the leaderboard's an absolute massacre, and it is. It's a bloodbath in all age groups, and I think it's amazing and perfect and exactly
Tell us,
what it
what do
should
you
be.
mean by bloodbath? What do you mean by
Like
that?
everyone's getting dinged. They're reviewing everything.
Good.
Anna got reviewed a workout that she's 100th in. 100th.
Well,
which is great.
They opened up that public process, and they did have
Anna got, so even with that, and I think Amanda, just because where she finished,
what did Amanda get dinged for? I'm sorry.
What
was Amanda's ding for?
Arch in the handstand push-up.
Oh,
something that they never penalize, right?
Dang, yeah, that's tough.
Which is
I want to
always
see
been
that
a
rep.
standard.
Yeah,
something that I fucking hate. I hate it, and I work my athletes to not have it, right? And so,
and it is so hard if you're an athlete that has that to correct.
Yeah.
You don't even feel it. It's really challenging.
It's so funny, because I can't demo it
because you don't do it.
Because I can't even put myself in the position.
Oh, if you need me to demo at any time, I got you. I see video
I
back and I'm
literally
like,
can't. I'm
that
like, don't do
feels
this.
stacked and it's not.
I'm like, don't do this. And I'm, I'm like, it's like just like 6 degrees off of neutral, right? Like I can't even, like I can't even get close. Um, uh, and so, anyways, so the first thing I said to her, and I was like, hey, this sucks. This is terrible. This is like, this shitty. You weren't in. Um, uh, but I'd rather, like, you never want to be the scapegoat. But I'd rather them eat up the leaderboard than have no adjustments at all.
Sure.
Because the girl who won the snatch event one, snatch rope climbs, got 730 and a 45, which was like, would have been an elite score in both
35 to
age groups
39.
below. Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't squat below parallel and won, and they only dinged her 90 seconds, but then she got dinged for like not standing up lunges or something, and she like dropped out, but she was ahead of Amanda. And I was like, this, she's not a great mover. Like, she's not a good mover at all. She's fast, she's fit, not a good mover. And so, so I'd rather this happen
Mhm.
than no adjustments. And so it stinks that it ended up happening to one of our athletes or two of our athletes, but it's nice to see that a lot of effort is being put into the leaderboard for athletes. I
Yep.
was very surprised when Anna got reviewed.
Did she get dinged? How did she know she got reviewed, and did she
They
get
send
dinged?
they send a message. So basically, if
Letting you know that
they
they're
review
reviewed.
your video,
Mhm.
they send an email that says exactly this. Due to a high number of notifications of need reviews, your video has been reviewed and either accepted or adjusted or whatever. And if it's adjusted, they send you exactly the movements that were adjusted
Mhm.
to the timestamp on the
Mhm.
video.
Mhm.
And then if they say accepted, then they just say your video has been accepted, your score has not been modified. And so it was nice to see. And Amanda had 4 accepted videos. We're like, all right, cool. I didn't even think she was going to get dinged. I didn't think they would review every video. And so then they did. And then she goes, well, there goes my season. And so then we had a virtual beverage together. And it stunk for sure. Like, it was gut wrenching, but it's nice to see them putting a lot of effort into the leaderboard online.
Yeah.
Like, that amount of effort into the online leaderboard makes me feel like they're going to do the same thing for individual online and maybe even team. So,
I mean, I would imagine that they're gonna be just as
well, they didn't review
critical
team
of.
last year at all. So I'm hoping that they do it this year. They didn't do
Yeah.
any review last year.
I
They're like, oh,
wonder
so
how this works this year, as far as we know that they've opened up the public ability to give those dings, right? And then that's enough to notify. But like the team that is doing the video review for CrossFit HQ, I wonder, who is that team comprised of? Are those all CrossFit HQ employees, or is that some
it has been in the
cohort
past.
of? But we don't know that this
Yeah.
year.
So we've had people in WODprep Academy that have been part of the virtual team that get hired on for like a short period of time.
Okay.
So it has been all HQ in the past, and then it has been like contracted in people in the
Uh-huh.
past as well. Um, 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 so yeah, it was, sorry, Lito's thing threw me off guard. I want to answer that question. I'm assuming, just because of the volume, that there is a virtual staff that they brought in from years past. Like, hey, you've helped us appear. Can we pay you hourly to do this or whatever?
Mhm.
It has to be, because they're reviewing hundreds and hundreds of videos, if
Right.
not thousands at this
Right.
point.
Exactly. I'm just curious how they're going about dedicating resources to that, because clearly, if that kind of review is taking place, this is even just the notation of the timestamp and all of the communication clarity and so on. Love it, but like there have to be humans doing that, and which is, again, that's wonderful. It's tough in a situation where it's a muted hip, and again, if that's the standard and it doesn't meet the standard, then that is what it is. We just want it to be as objective as possible. But in any system, you're always going to find imperfections, right? And so even just like you said, you would rather them shred it apart than ignore it altogether, because the idea of getting a bunch of athletes to the games, like that one with that 7:30 time who didn't squat below parallel, like that would be far more frustrating to these athletes
100%.
than getting these dings because they're actually picking everything apart, or picking 80% or more apart, even if it isn't perfect.
Katie Burrs smashed qualifier. She got second, but she got a race. She's got to train hard this summer. She's not going to walk into the,
she got second.
She got second in the qualifier. She got second quarterfinals tour in the open too. And so she's got her and the girl that's in first. They're pretty similar. And so we've got a good,
race going.
A good summer training to get her ready for. So it'll be important.
Who's her competition? Training. What's the name of
her name's she's German. Alina Weidlich, 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 maybe, I don't know. So anyways, it'll be a good race. And then
Alina.lives on social media.
Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so Avera says, and this is like, I don't disagree with you. None of this surprises you, and most of these same athletes did not meet the standards. Well, I don't disagree with you, but if anyone is getting reviewed at all in semifinals, that athlete most likely could have got to semifinals on one leg in half an arm.
We have to read these. We've been requested.
Oh, sorry. Avera says, CJ, none of this surprises me. And what pisses me off is most of these same athletes didn't meet standards in the open or quarterfinals and shouldn't be in semifinals. And so I agree that some of them didn't. But if your video is being reviewed in semifinals, your ability to make semifinals probably means that you could have done every workout with more weight, half an arm, like having a sip of water between every rep. Like the gap is so big. And now it's not a great excuse at all, but it's still there. And there's no one that didn't make it to semifinals that deserved to make it because their reps were better, in the sense of their fitness was going to be good enough. And like now they didn't get their chance to go to the CrossFit Games, right? Yes, it might have taken their chance away from making semifinals, right? Like people on the lower end of the leaderboard. And I know that's not the best way to look at it. And it's not an excuse, and I would definitely not have it that way, but there's no one that's being reviewed currently that's getting dinged that wouldn't have made semifinals, even if they slowed down everything and made perfect reps the whole way. They would still be plenty fit enough to have made it all the way to this point. And the people that didn't make it would not have been fit enough to somehow now be being reviewed and have a chance to go to the CrossFit Games.
And more athletes had the opportunity to participate in semifinals than ever before in the age groups.
Yes, correct.
Right. So, I mean, at least it was a larger pool than it has ever been.
100%. Lito asks, while it's all fair about talking about the dings, what do you think about the fact that program a deadlift that didn't matter and now hammering people for dodgy reps on a very light clean?
So they are at least hammering them.
Yeah. I mean, they're putting a lot of weight into the clean of speeding through, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think the deadlift could have been, for sure. We already talked. The deadlift could have been heavier across pretty much every division. I think at, but it's still, if you look at the people that are at the top, it's still the strongest athletes. Like, I think those athletes are still there. And I mean, just don't have dodgy power cleans. Power cleans are a very easy one to not be dodgy, right? Like, you just have to keep your elbows there and it's fast, right? And so you have to flirt the line of getting extended before those elbows start to wrap back behind the bar, right? Or getting extended before you start to pop the bar off your shoulders. And there's a lot of efficiency in that pattern that you need to practice to go very fast and still meet the standard. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's better than giving a bunch of ties. I think the deadlift ladder could have just gone up
Yeah. I was going to say, I
indefinitely.
wonder if upon reflection, they simply wish they had made the deadlift heavier. That being said, what this does lend to with all of the hammering of the leaderboard and so on is hopefully this is actually a positive shift in a clear encouragement that, hey, if you want to compete in the sport of CrossFit, you need to be training with clear, good reps, And I think that's a lesson that we can all take, right? Because how many times in training does at least one of your reps in your set of 20 or whatever, where you didn't hit standard, but you keep moving, right?
Right.
That happens for most of us. And 1 out of 20 is probably an inaccurate representation. It's probably even more, right? But so just like, okay, are we holding ourselves to standard throughout the calendar year in all of our training so that when this comes up, we're not asking of ourselves a different thing. Like, I think it's a great encouragement towards that direction, which is a good thing.
I agree. And Lito says, make the clean heavier and you haven't shot yourself in the foot. Why put such a tie break? Why put such a light clean as a tie break on the strength test? Well, I think this allows strength not to be the only component, right? It's always strength and fitness. And I think they're pretty clear that going pure 1RM is not their favorites at like testing design anymore, even though it might have been in the past for strength. So yeah, I mean, it could have been heavier. It could have been this. I think the right people are getting, I don't think anyone's going to lose it based on this. Now, with that said, if Amanda hadn't got dinged, the deadlift was the reason why she didn't make it. Same with Roxanne. I haven't even looked at Roxanne's stuff. She was 16th. She's a great mover. If she couldn't clear the ladder, and so I didn't even look. Let's see.
JD says, hopefully they just keep this trend. We have let the standard slide so much that camps will regularly teach hacks, which is just a way to avoid meeting the standard.
I disagree with the hacks. I think the hacks should be a way to do the standard with the most efficiency as possible.
Yeah, sorry, I'll leave that up. Yeah.
And so I disagree that the hacks should cheat the standard. I think they should challenge the standard to the utmost way, but still withholding whatever the A to B of the standard is, right? The start to finish of the standard. So
speaking of testing the 1 rep max, last night on the Shut Up and Scribble, which just turned into a Torian Pro review, which was great. Did you see that? They had Mason Startup on it as well. So they had Taylor and Bryson.
Taylor and Mason were on the same video?
They were in the same room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is he there?
And I think that Bryson and Mason are going to do some, I don't know, they're going to do a workout and compete against one another. And I want to say it was like muscle ups, overhead squats, and running. And like a decent volume of running was the game plan. So anyway, it was just cool. And I think they were like putting money on it and feeling truly competitive about it. So that'll be fun. But anyway, it was the 3 of them in the same room with JR, on where he is. So it was a really good show. But one of the things they were talking about is like, do they believe that semifinals is an appropriate place to test a single modality in one single test? Given that you have 6 tests there, games is more of an opportunity for you to start to, because by the time, if you have done mixed modal CrossFit testing throughout the process from open to quarterfinals to semifinals and gotten the right athletes to the games, okay, now you can let the specialist show their whatever. I mean, I thought it was a good take, and also just how many tests exist at the games. And so you still have to be mindful, of course, of making that balance if you're going to do it, but you have many more opportunities to do it. Whereas we love the spectacle of a 1 rep max, or I think that we probably would all love more spectacle of some type of gymnastics in isolation test, right? But is semifinals with usually roughly 6 tests as a whole the appropriate place to do that, unless you're going to do one of each, right? And you just can't really dedicate that much of scoring to just gymnastics or
Yeah.
just weightlifting more.
Are you opening the question? What my thoughts are? Is that
Yeah.
the question?
Yeah. Sorry.
I think you have to take a few things into consideration. Everyone in the crowd loves a big lift.
Right.
So entertainment factor, as we learned on Monday, I think from my perspective is super important. And
I want to go back and look and see what the comments were regarding that.
and so I don't think I didn't test a big lift. We just tested heavy lifting under fatigue.
But that's,
And
I mean, if you think about what Torian just did in day one, at the end of day one, right? What did they just do?
I didn't even see the workout. Regional redux, yeah, which is great. That's literally almost identical thought process behind my thing. Now is like press fatigue into snatch, right? It was 15 muscle ups and 5 snatches, increasing weight, right? All right, they just put the
Hey, there's actually a lot of comments for us on that show.
yeah. Should we go look at it?
I mean, yeah. Or I can just tell you, or we can pull it up.
Are they any good?
Well, Taylor Self said, I like when JY comes on WODprep. Then someone, Chelsea Miller says, this show has quickly become one of my favorites. Fun dynamic between the three of you. I guess I don't know if these are like complimentary. I don't know if that's like a bad thing to just sit over here and like, let's see. Maybe we'll just sift through. These are great. I love you guys because they're some are really complimentary, but maybe we'll go to the ones that are focused on the programming itself. Let's see. Which thank you, Chelsea. Last year at the adaptive games, they had a screen with all the boats on at the venue. Not sure about the stream. Big fan of CJ's vision for the games. That was Riley S36.
I don't know. I always think Riley, whoever that is Riley from Coda. I know it's not, but it always like he talks like Riley from Coda. But I know he wouldn't spend that much time watching the show.
Well, he should. Our girl Camille said, I can visualize mid-pig event 4 spread across the field, and it would be so incredibly entertaining to watch. And I think it would be so cool to see the pig flip return to the games. Yeah, I think I programmed it. It'll be interesting to see if JY also brings the pig back. And then I also love the combine event 7. Would love to watch that one so much. Yeah, totally agree. A pure let's see here. Bernard Coley, a pure 2K with hooked up rowers on the Jumbotron would be absolutely lit. That's cool.
I think it would be crazy dynamic. I mean, you saw people getting carried off like after the marathon row. Like I walked through it even more. Like you saw people getting carried off for the marathon row. People would get carried off for the 2K. Like there'd be buckets next to the rower, and people would be absolutely like on the ground, which I think is what we want.
This was John George says, how many shows is JY weaseling his way on? You had a good show. We all have JY fatigue. I swear how we just like grab a hold of these phrases and then just run with them for a while. And John Young commented, brother, don't watch, and said some other stuff. Anyway.
To be fair, when I started this show, JY was on way more things, which is one of the reasons why I was like, I don't know if I want JY on, because I was trying to like separate from whatever, right? The locker room or whatever it was at that time, right?
Yeah,
you know, and like everyone was doing their own thing. They were all saying the exact same thing. And even if I agree or don't agree or whatever, like I wanted a different feel. And then now JY doesn't do any of those shows, and JY only does like he comes on with Hiller, right? Because they're still friends. And
I think we're in a temporary season with JY, by the way. I think, I think it'll be interesting to see where JY is in a year. But yeah.
Like with us?
No, just generally in
general.
space.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. Finish your thought.
And so, but he stuck around. And then the other guy that I brought on initially never came back. So it was great. Yeah, JY's a good dude. I like having him on. He's fun to talk with.
He is.
Makes me laugh.
I think it is definitely a good addition to the show. I think it balances out nicely, especially because everyone is very aware that I see life through rose-colored glasses. So it's nice to have less rose-colored glasses to complement or contrast that, for sure. And then you're like Switzerland in the middle with strong opinions, but like you don't get too riled up about either way.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm not saying you don't. I just said you have strong opinions. You do.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
don't get like wound up, really. Maybe you should. That'd be
Just not
actually really
publicly. No, it's not.
funny. I've never seen it.
Which is so fun. It's so funny. Someone else
I
said
feel
that
like
to
I've
me
been
the
around a
other day.
decent amount.
And yeah, I unfortunately, like, maybe when the camera's not on, like, I get pretty wound up regularly. We're able to keep it cool
Yeah.
on screen. I do like arguing with JY. It's
That's
probably one
funny.
of
Yeah,
my,
you do actually disagree with him pretty. Yeah.
you have to yell, which I enjoy yelling when the time is appropriate.
Mhm.
Actually, I was we're kind of like going through some like coaching adjustments, and so I had to just like had a call with all the coaches, and so one of
What does
them,
that mean? Do you mind sharing or no?
like nothing that's like even measurable, just like being like creating more structure and like contracts and things like that. Anyways,
Wonderful.
and so I was on the phone with or I was on a call with someone, and you know, because we're asking a little bit more of the coaches, and you know, they were going through what they wanted and what they wanted out of the company, and how they wanted to view it. And so we kind of went back and forth and like what my vision is and why I do what I do, and what they do. And so anyways, at one point they mentioned their, you know, that quite a few times in their tenure over the last, like, you know, however long they've been with the company, they've had to question it because of like interactions with me. They're like, oh, is this really what I want? You know, is this like something that feel like, you know, what's CJ's like real reasoning behind this? Because I can kind of be a dickhead. Like when I disagree with someone that I'm working with, I can be a little shorthanded and
Your text communication is
yeah. And
rough.
so, well, even the other ways. And so like just like almost sounding like superior to them in like a conversation, and I never want to feel that way. And so I felt really bad after our conversation yesterday. I was like, well, that's never the case, and I know sometimes I can be an asshole, so I apologize for it. But anyways, it was just interesting to
You're just very direct and you're not fluffy. And
yeah.
like that just is that way. Yeah, that's my experience so far. And I'm sure that I have not experienced the more rigid edge of it because I haven't actually I don't think I've really pissed you off yet. I think I've maybe annoyed you a time or two, but not like genuinely pissed you off. Not that I'm aware of.
No, definitely not. Tristan does all the time. Tristan questions my, and then he calls me, and Tristan called me the other day. His wife had an injury. His wife's a PT, by the way. And he just messaged me like this cryptic thing, was like I don't even remember what he said. It was like sling 1-2 distal finger, and I'm like, what are you saying? I'm like, are you like, did you butt type me? Like what just happened? So and so it was fun. I was like, what are you saying? I was like, what words are you using right now? And basically he was using like categorizing terms for like finger tendons, terms that I haven't heard since school, and at all, like once since school. And I was like, why? It was just, which is 10 years now, by the way. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So I had to do like a quick Google search of what they were about to ask me and get on this phone call, so I didn't sound like an idiot. But it worked out fine. At least I sounded smart when we were on the phone. But I had no idea what he was asking me until we got on the phone call.
And he was looking for your support with something. Like he wanted you to help.
Full advice on rehab and like how to treat it. And I was like, well, good thing like pain and injury principles don't change based on the injury.
Right.
And so I'll just, let me just remind myself what the injury is at this time.
Yep.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So anyways, it was funny.
Which, by the way, and Avera says, let's get to Torian, which we should do. I think it's worth noting, as you mentioned, the restructure, kind of whatever is going on with the coaches. I think it's also was wild to me to come to work for WODprep and realize that within Academy, we have 11 coaches, by the way.
Really?
Yes, because
I mean, yourself in
yeah,
Savannah.
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because all of them do
coaches that don't interact regularly.
Yeah. Brent. Well, inside of Academy that, you know, Brent is coaching every day, you know, like he's So,
and I'm trying to stop that. Also part of the coaching stuff.
gotcha. And so, yeah. So, I mean, at least if you were to go to like exclusively coaches, if that's exclusively their role, then I'm not sure where we're at with that. I don't know if that's like 8
5.
or something like that. Okay, just 5. So,
Mhm.
but collectively, people that we do have that coach regularly inside of Academy that are coaches, they just don't necessarily specialize in the one-on-one work as well.
Right.
We have 11.
Yeah, it's a decent. I mean, everyone in WODprep besides maybe one, our video editor, coaches or has coached prior to their role in WODprep or currently in their role in WODprep.
Yep.
So, all right, talk about Torian.
Let's talk about Torian.
I haven't even looked at the workouts. Ellie Turner blasted workout 1 by a minute, winning a ruck run, which I thought was pretty crazy. Good for her.
Dude, that's so exciting. It's so exciting. She just energetically looks like she's in a mood.
Well, she
And Justin
out.
talks all the time about how she beats him down in training. Do we
Yeah, I
finally
mean,
have
she
both?
she
Okay,
definitely has her home runs. There's no doubt about it. They don't have the female leaderboard updated, so I don't even know who won or anything. I didn't watch. I didn't stay up in the middle of the night.
I don't think they have the male leaderboard updated either.
Yeah, male leaderboard's updated.
Oh, okay. It wasn't earlier. Ooh,
so
exactly what you want to see at the top.
Yeah.
The 4, not in any particular order.
Then I said this. I think I said this, and then you said Bailey's gonna jump somebody. And then
I think I said Jay. I think I said like Ricky, Justin, Bailey.
right, but then JY was like, if Bailey makes it, it's gonna be over Justin, is what he said.
And that
so,
technically makes more sense.
It was
Yeah,
22.
he did not watch the watch event too.
I'm trying to think. So Ortega said, didn't the last time she did a ruck? I don't know if they did it. Well, her back was hurt going into that season. And then I think it was Alpaca that just blew, like that just torched her, and she had to like those heavy kettlebell cleans or whatever. But I haven't watched it. I'm definitely gonna, as soon as we're off this call. Well, Bennett's starting to stir, so as soon as we're off this call, I'll wake him up, and then I'll probably turn it on and watch the elite heats this morning. She went 2 for 2, is what.
Is that true?
Vicky
I know
just
that she
said.
won the first one, I didn't know where she stacked up relative. I know that Gracie, Kyra, and Ellie all did well, but I didn't see what they actually their placements were. Did she beat them in that workout?
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess. Whoa. Okay.
Can anyone give me the timestamps? I guess we'll just kind of go through.
Yeah, it's 7 hours. I know that it's definitely towards the end. The men were the last, so the women went before. Maybe go like to the end and then scrub back by like 45 minutes and see. I don't know.
Who's there? So let's just see who's there. So Ellie.
Kyra won event 2. That's what I was gonna say. I would be surprised. I mean,
Madeline Sturt.
Not impossible, but I'd be surprised if she beat Kyra in that event.
I think this is really good for Madeline to be anywhere near in this because of how short she is. I can imagine that putting a ruck on and running is very good for Madeline. So a good showing there for her.
Did you not already hear about keep scrolling, find some other names in there.
Kyra.
That's not wildly surprising.
No. I mean, out of 40, it's probably a little surprising. It's probably not the worst for her. Grace must be hurt. Isn't Grace a great runner?
Grace is not hurt, but she just said she went too hard. I think she overheated and it was a bad situation. But I mean, she came back in a bit too.
You can't make up that. There's not enough events.
Yeah, she said in her interview afterwards, she's just going to try to steal as many points as she can. No, they didn't talk about whether she thinks she can come back or not. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 events, 34th. I don't think you can come back unless
because there's 6 events total. Is that right?
7. There's 7.
There's 7.
Taylor Howell.
I don't know. Yeah. She would obviously have to
I'm listening.
perform extremely well at all of the remaining events and have of everyone else at the top have at least one event that didn't go so well for them.
I don't know. Should we not get game?
I mean, I don't know.
And it's like a minute, right?
Going to. No, it's longer than a minute because I mean they spend about a minute on the rings. I think.
Do they have 15 too? Do they adjust it for the?
They did not adjust it.
Really? That's
I don't believe so.
That's dumb. That's not a good. They should have adjusted. It should have been 12. It needs to. Muscle ups always need to be a different number for women when the number yields like they didn't. Like a sprint like this because it turns into a muscle up workout. And I know the weight's still heavy. I would actually wouldn't say 80 kilos is considered heavy for them. I mean, it's gonna be hard for them to go unbroken still, but still, man, 5 heats. There's 50 people.
Tristan says, do you adjust muscle ups in training or just in testing? It's so individualized. It's probably, I mean, if you were to do like template, you would make an adjustment.
Did you have to squat? Yes.
Don't know.
You did. I did. So to answer this question, so Kyra blasted it. But they blasted it on different aspects. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. So they were similar.
They being who?
Men versus women.
Okay.
And so the winning time, I'm assuming, is Kyra over here on the right. And the winning time for men was 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 people under 2 minutes. And only one person. So to say that the times were similar is probably not very accurate when they're 25% difference. I know it's only 30 seconds. But
relative to the overall time.
That's a huge difference. Also, they're moving faster through the barbell than I assume the men are, right? And so it ends up being a different workout. So I always do this, and we just get not monetized. Like we just get demonetized for the video. Don't let anyone know you're stealing a stream. We always play it, and we just get copyrighted, which is fine. We've never, knock on wood.
I wonder if he's more so referencing all of the recent arguments that have taken
place.
Oh
yeah, that's probably true. That's true. Yeah. Tristan, do you adjust muscle ups in training? Well, I don't. I mean, I write training to the person in front of me, right? Very rarely do I take a workout and I'm like, okay, I just need you to do the workout as written, except when we're 3 weeks out from a competition and Mad Fitness posts muscle up bike, handstand walk, muscle up bike, whatever it is, right? Whatever the workout is there, then no, I'm not adjusting for that. I need them to hit the stimulus there and understand where they're going to be. So I don't think I know what you're asking, but I don't think it's the right way to ask it. Like I write training for the person in front of me. I don't have anyone that just like can do 60 muscle ups in under 10. You know what I mean? Like I just don't have, I just don't have that luxury of like athlete that I program for.
You didn't hear me answer him already, did you?
Carlos?
No, Tristan.
Oh no. What was it?
I just answered exactly what you said.
Oh yeah.
Just really fast. I just said he programs for the individual. If he was doing a template, then he would.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And so
funny.
Yeah. So if we're doing template work, which I don't write our template right now,
there's
gymnastics or we usually don't adjust unless it's like muscle ups or rope climbs. We usually keep everything else the same, which is pretty common in practice. Lido times were similar. I mean, just one break, which is fine. But I don't think the times were similar. I think 25% being the fastest time being the 6th fastest time in the men, with 2 guys being 30 seconds faster, I think is a big difference. Now, does that change the results? Maybe not. I don't think so. But still, 25% is a huge time gap.
In a 2-minute event or less, a 90-second
right.
event. Are you Carmen? Is that what's going on here?
Carmine. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So Carmine's my middle name, and so
Shut up.
Carlos. Yeah, Carmine Joseph. I have 2 middle names. My
Okay.
middle name is Carmine De Palma, which is like as Italian as it gets.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, then where's the CJ from? Is that not your
CJ is
initials?
CJ is my legal first name.
CJ Carmine, what
Joseph De
happened?
Palma.
Joseph.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyways, me and Carlos are going back and forth. So we're about to do this run challenge in WODprep, like
Yep.
inside of the group.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I need to get running shoes because I've got Achilles tendonitis, like bilaterally. That's like just not going away. But I'm trying to run a lot more right now. And so obviously it's not going away. But I've always been committed to like not buying running shoes. I fucking hate it. I think they're gay. I think it's such a cop out, blah, 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 blah. And so, anyways, I said that to Carlos the other day, and he's like, don't ever say that publicly. It's the worst thing you could say. And so we've been like going back and forth about it for a week now.
So you will not be getting running
No,
shoes?
I have to get them because there's no way I can make it. Like I'm wearing some tier runners right now, but I need a little bit more because I plan on running quite a bit during this, and so I have to. And so
I still haven't bought legit running shoes, and I like whenever I do, that'll be fun considering how many miles I've put on not legit running shoes. Today is day 298. We're 2 days away from 300 days.
No. And so anyways, if my fucking heels weren't pissed all the time right now, I wouldn't even consider it, but they are. And so I know I need to. Like I wake up and I'm like, my first like 10 steps, I'm like daggers in my foot. And so I know it'll go away. Like I'm not worried about it, but it's not going to go away in the next 2 months because I'm going to run a lot. And so since I want to keep running, I have to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm sad about it. So anyways, here's what it is.
Do we want to look at the other workouts upcoming?
Sure. So CJ was, we'll just get this clear. My driver's license says CJ Carmine Joseph De Palma. Okay. Carlos calls me Carmine regularly. Most people do that learn my middle name. But CJ came from Carmine Joseph, but it is my legal first name. All right. Now through this.
Yeah.
In fact, Social Security confused it. They can't even figure it out. Like I have like a lot of identity issues when it comes to like medical bills and like health insurance and things like that, because no one initially believes that my name is this. Like, are you sure? What does it say on your blah, blah, blah? Anyhow, it's been great. Only the homies. All right, here we go.
So you're CJ. Yeah, I'm sticking with CJ, which then it's funny because now you are CJ, and I've already told you this, but then the fact that Jimmy is now CJ as well. it's a lot of CJ going on.
A lot of CJ, yeah. My middle name is my grandpa's name. I never met him, but he was Carmine.
Do you know my first name, Claire, is my grandfather's name? Why would you know that? But yeah, that's why my name is Claire.
Wow, that's wild.
That's
interesting.
Yeah, my mother's father, who he passed away when she was 16, and his name was Claire.
That's interesting. I never considered Claire a masculine gender neutral name. Yeah.
It was CLAIR, had no E on the end of it.
CLAIR. Huh. I'll have to like look up the lineage, like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like
I can't help. I don't know.
It would be like the history of names, but I can't even think of the name of it.
What is his middle name? Do you know it?
David. I think it's David.
Oh, it's literally right in the middle. That was
I think it is David. Which is like the whitest name for someone born in Venezuela.
My middle name is also Claire.
Yeah. Ancestry, maybe. Etymology. Yeah, one of those. Oh, was it short for Clarence?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go to Heavy Han.
Han.
Han?
I think so. I think it's like short for Hannah. I think. I'm not sure.
Got it. Sled drag. We haven't seen a sled drag in competition since like the 2019 games when they drug it across the field, but they weren't even dragging. They were dragging like the snail or something. They were dragging the whatever rolled, which is cool. I love a sled drag. I love sleds. Obviously, I put them twice in my
Games.
And so I love a sled, anything. Rope climbs at this number might seem maybe, I don't know, like
I think coming back to it is going to be rough. The first 6 are kind of meh, and then coming back to it after the sled work.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because the sled pull, and I think that's a hand over hand pull as well.
Oh, if it's a hand over hand pull.
I think
if it's
so.
not,
So it's just a grippy situation.
yeah. And so if they're dragging behind,
Mhm.
they're holding the straps, big pull. If it's a sled hand over hand pull, then I love it 1,000 times more. And now
Can
we're
anybody
going
confirm
into
that?
like super big interfering patterns.
I thought that's what it was. Are you looking at the Jakes?
Is it proven? It's not proven though, right?
Don't know. No, because he's hard work pays off. There's no way it is. Are you talking about the Jakes?
Yeah, the Jakes.
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't even know. Would it be these people? Probably not. Nothing's popping up. Oh,
what is that? Kia
Wishmu? I don't know. What do we do here? There we go. Okay, back to workouts. That didn't work out very well. Let's go here. This is
CrossFit, the HWPO. Use your brain.
Well, I didn't scroll down far enough. Such a dickhead, as always. Pro team. Where is it? Oh, not very good after. Oh, I guess it's only 5th.
Only one event.
Only one event. Did they do the second one? What'd they get? Royce said a hand over hand. I love it. I love a hand over hand.
So it changes it. That suddenly, I mean,
it's great. 100% amazing then.
And it makes those rope climbs a lot more relevant than you initially thought.
For sure. All right, one for the money. 40 cal row, 40 dual kettlebell snatches. I love this movement. 80-foot kettlebell lunge. I love lunges in competition always. I think they're easy to standardize. They're very challenging. But I'm glad that it's not the final event, because this definitely has final event vibes. And it's not the final event.
The second event has final event vibes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Regional redux. Is the lunge front rack? Yeah, perfect. I love it. Front rack even better. Not super heavy. They probably could have done like 40-20 at like 32-24. That would have been sick. Like something even a little bit heavier. But 40 is so many. Like to hang on for 40 is going to be a beat down. Very hard. So I like that a lot. Into the 80-foot, their shoulders are going to be torched. I hope it's 80 feet one way and not a turnaround, which I always like. It just looks better.
I would think with the floor that they have, it
looks like, just watching them go down for the snatch, it looks like it's 80 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, their names are great, by the way, so far. Pistol, toe to bar, handstand walk. Great combo, good midline, beat down.
Pistols are not.
I don't like pistols, but it's I like just the overall midline challenge of the workout. I love it's interesting that this is 90 feet. I guess because they're probably already down. Oh, because the rower is set up and they're a little bit further. And so they're going directly from the bar. Okay, so they just have that extra 10 feet. So that's all one direction. That's cool. Maybe a little short. I don't know. So we've got 3 workouts under 8 minutes so far.
Maybe a little short. You wish there was more handstand walking?
Yeah, maybe a little. What's one for the money? So 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Oh, got it. Okay. I even like the names even better now.
Now they go together.
Grip Trip was this fucking great name, by the way. So we've got 3 of the first 4 workouts that are probably under 5 minutes, under 6 minutes.
Okay.
So now the first one was 18 minutes 20. Okay, now we have a long workout. Overhead squat, wall burpee, new movement.
Women's event 2 is updated on the leaderboard. That's good.
Cool. What's a wall burpee?
It's literally, I think it's a 6-foot wall roughly, and they do a burpee and then they get over the wall.
Oh, like I wrote. Look at that.
Yeah. I think that one of the things they did really well here is a lot of the tests are things that like you can't exactly test this in like, this is not what people are training specifically, right? Whether it's that wall or just even the sled situation, like it is CrossFit, and yet it is not something that these athletes are practicing in the affiliates on a regular basis. So it's fun.
Nice. All right, 15s across, overhead squats, unbroken, wall burpees, longest movement, thrusters are unbroken, power cleans, fast singles. That's a huge number gap. So this is
Oh,
205 to 135. That's wild.
and then it gets heavier at the end. Am I seeing?
93
No.
pounds, right? Yeah,
Overhead squat.
205 to 135. Dang. That's interesting. Interesting decision. Which I'm fine with.
It gets heavier, wider.
15 bar muscle ups, 15 deficit handstand push-ups. I mean, this is just a very, like an out and back chipper.
Be interesting to see what the deficit on the handstand push-ups is too.
It's probably, I would assume it's like 4.2 at this point. But we won't know. Also another, not a bad thing. And then it's a mirrored workout all the way back up. These overhead squats are going to be spicy.
Yep. And shoulders going to be talking.
There's not a lot of room for like gaining ground except on these wall burpees, probably here and in here, because like everyone's going to cycle the singles here pretty much the same rate. It just depends on who's fast here over the wall, which is great. I love over the wall. I think over the wall is really cool. A good movement. We'll see how it plays out. It's probably going to look great. Also, it's a good movement.
Fun.
It's gonna look good. It's an easy movement to look. Was that King Arthur too? Yeah. Is this just like, are these all, one for the money, two for the show, King Arthur 2. I think this must have been an old workout they did. That's why it's
King Arthur. I want to say that was like a really early games workout. Is that right, guys? Somebody can confirm that. Let's see.
Oh, heavy kettlebell deadlift. I almost put a heavy kettlebell deadlift in my
games.
In my games, yeah. And I didn't. 30 cal ski, 20 box jump over. I mean, this is a sprint. I mean, this is like another 3-minute workout. So they have four workouts, like potentially under the 6-minute, maybe even 5-minute time domain, which might be a little
They did it at Torian Pro. Sorry, the King Arthur was done at Torian Pro,
which is
it was a 16-minute cap, 15 overhead squats, 155 for the men, 105 for the women, 15 burpee box jump overs, 15 thrusters, 15 power cleans, 15 muscle ups, 1,500 meter run, and then reverse back out of that. So just a remix.
Yeah.
Different. No run.
Yeah.
Instead push-ups, handstand push-ups.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so it's just a play on an old workout.
Yep.
Cool. So, I mean, not the most I like this, but this is kind of, I don't know. Not that exciting.
The final, yeah, it is.
I mean, machine on the final.
I think they do have to progress down the field. I believe that those kettlebells, I think that they have to do 2 and then walk, and then 2 and then walk.
Oh, okay. Yep. I like that.
So it at least creates a better spectacle.
Well, it takes a little bit longer.
And
you have to carry
more.
Carry it,
it's way more.
Yeah, that's way harder than just wrapping
carry
out
plus 10.
A deadlift. Yeah, which is what they've done in the games, which is all. I like that. I like that as a twist to make the movement.
Was that done in like 2015, something like that?
No, it was 15.
Because wasn't that one
16,
that was
and 17
a final workout?
First year in Madison, they had heavy kettlebells too. The year Ben Smith won, they had heavy kettlebells. So 15, probably in 16. There's a space there where like they did it like 3 or 4 times over 5 years. All right, let's talk about the women's leaderboard is updated. Cool. Ellie Turner got 5th. Still in first by a pretty large margin. A big dichotomy of who did well in event 1 versus event 2. Like she's the only one that was even close to OX and Ella Price top 10s. Everyone else was like 5th, 12th, 2nd, 16th, 6th, 14th. Kyra Milligan 21st, 2nd. Erin Felton 3, 24. Isabella and Dueza 29th, 1st. So
oh wow, she won Kyra got second. Is that right? Where is Kyra? Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. So who's this? Grace, 46.
Grace Walton is only
Interesting.
46 points out of third place, so she's
Yeah.
far from being
So
out with 5 events left.
interesting statement. And because of the huge dichotomy of everyone finishing, like basically people doing really well in event 1 and really terrible in event 2, or vice versa, it does definitely lend to a benefit to her. I do my best. All right, Papa Frank. We
Papa, are you?
need
Or,
a
I
comment.
shouldn't. I should say the whole name. Frank, are you specifically referring to CJ or me? I am
It's for sure me. 100%.
genuinely making effort to say less of those,
Yeah,
but that
I don't.
doesn't mean they don't happen. You do say a lot of them.
I do.
For some reason, with many people, they drive me nuts, and
Mhm.
I almost don't even notice yours. I don't know what the
Probably
difference
because we're
is there.
having the conversation together. You're not listening. Like you're actively listening and not just passively listening to.
I've noticed
other
it when
people
I
speak.
listen to your solos for sure, but yet again, it wasn't super bothersome. But I definitely was like, "Oh, you do." He does say that a lot, but
Mhm.
you're also having a conversation with yourself. Right. It wasn't as fast paced, if you will. Okay, so you believe that Gracie doesn't have the opportunity to come back?
No, I think she does now. I think she does now for sure. With how it played out in the second event, so many people that did really well did really poorly, and so I definitely think she has the chance. Now, if she's not feeling that great, then probably not.
She looks like she looks like she is feeling good, and they did that brief interview with her after event 2.
Mhm.
It sounded like she overdid it in event 1, like she just went too hard and it didn't pan out at all. But it doesn't sound like she's feeling bad. So unless there was just a big illusion going on in that conversation, it looks like she's ready.
Cool. We'll see.
I don't
I'm
know.
excited. I'm excited for the workouts. Look fun. JD asks, does anyone else have people they just don't want to win? Like you don't care who wins as long as this person doesn't win. No, I don't think so. I don't have any hard feelings against anyone in general. I always like a good race.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I want someone to like break in versus someone else. But everyone in CrossFit's nice. There's no heels. Like there's no baby face. Like there's like, I don't think there's
I love the wrestling reference.
there's
Thank
no
you very
villains.
much.
Well, I mean, there's like the best way to define them,
I
they
love
don't
it.
have them in like other sports, besides like some cornerbacks that are dickheads, you know what I mean? And like everyone's pretty, I just don't think like just the personalities don't really push out as much. And there needs to be, I'm not saying there isn't, but there needs to be for sure. Ortega's right. There needs to be heels. I think we need more personalities in there. Did you see the Nika's interview
With Brian Friend?
Yes. Did
Part
you
of it.
just see the clip where they asked him about the steroids?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he did. I couldn't tell if he was saying it versus his translator, but he called Munweiler like a hobbit. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
A hobbit?
Yeah, because Moonlighter's like really short.
Yeah. Oh,
And
okay.
like a hobbit asshole for calling him or whatever it was. Like just like did not. It was pretty funny. I wonder if I can find it. I feel like we can end on that one. It was pretty funny.
And I mean, that's a very valid reason to have problems amongst the two of you. Like that accusation is not light.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course,
huge.
I have no clue who did what, where, whatever. But either way, that conversation publicly taking place,
Mhm.
it's a huge accusation. So
Big one.
that's funny. Yeah, I don't know that I mean, I think we definitely have certain characters that enjoy, like obviously on the men's side, Colton has really figured out how to play up that role a little bit more. And then I think that even someone like Danielle Brandon on the women's side, I think that she leans into that at times intentionally as well.
I agree. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I just
Maybe what?
about Danielle.
Mhm.
I don't know. Just remove Jenny's like blitz and media blitz on her, and like, do we feel the same?
Well, for example, I think that there was the behind the scenes of her experience at Legends, that Rad Tapes. It was one of the Rad Tapes ones. I want to say she was like there was a sign behind her in her house, I think, and it said break the rules. Like it was a neon sign. So it's totally her vibe. That is so innocent, right? But I think that she enjoys being that, like, I'm going to break the rules character, you know? So I'm not saying that that's heel behavior. I understand the dense thing being more, I don't know.
Oh, did you see Bruce hired Kyla Pavlina? Let's just share my screen.
Oh,
this is a big hire. This is the people officer.
Yep.
Just make sure everyone sees this. This is a very good thing. This is probably the most important hire that.
Why is this a good thing?
Well, I mean, this was when she was here during the time of growth, right? I think everyone was very on par with the person that was in this role. I wasn't a CrossFitter at all. Didn't know anything about it. Came from a community and a company that fundamentally is probably 180 degrees opposite of what we are.
What was there previously? Yeah.
And so I think it's a good thing. And it means the other person's out. Yeah, I'm trying not to just go off and say it at the same time. It hopefully hires and decisions will be based on merit and not anything else.
Hey, she looks fit.
She does look fit. She's a babe.
we love alignment on the you actually practice the methodology.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for that clip, but I can't find it from Nico. I can't find it.
And I feel like I have to clarify, which this is probably just doing more than is needed, but I think I love Danielle, but
yeah, I don't mind.
I think she sometimes plays into the angsty character intentionally. And I think it's great for the sport, for her brand, for all of it.
I agree. Is she an affiliate owner? That'd be cool.
Kyla?
No. Yeah, this person.
Yeah, her account is private. So there's not much to see there. We could go to
does anyone know where this clip of Brian? I watched it on Instagram and I can't find it.
Would it not be dense?
No, I looked.
And it's not Hiller?
No. Oh, it could be Hiller.
Kyla Pavlina.
A Varus comment. It's pretty funny. Oh, it definitely was Hiller. Here we go. Duh.
That doesn't even make sense. She's so anti. Does that mean you like that we are stark contrast personalities?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I love people that aren't anything like me.
Here we go.
You about the steroids accusations and that whole situation.
So first of all, after
this comment's pretty funny. When Mr. Bean invites Dumb and Dumber on the podcast. Wow. Dude, that's hilarious. All right, here we go.
The situation.
What did he say?
The first of all, I don't care about what's this accessful midget says.
Call me elf.
Called him a midget. It's fucking hilarious. I just think it's funny. This is
Meanwhile, I'm trying to do research on
name calling cracks me up. By the way. Name calling is when people are arguing is the best. I think it's the most immature way to have an argument, and I'm here for it.
One more time.
I mean the Adrian, because he doesn't know anything. He heard something and he started talking. So it was my fault. It was me, guys. So I talked with the John. I'll talk with Dominic, so they know I'm clear. So anytime anyone wants to test me, I'm ready.
Obviously.
It's like 2-4 hours is the half-life of human growth hormone. General consensus is that after 7 or 8 half-lives, the drug is essentially completely undetectable by any sort of test you would do. So multiply 4 hours, the long end of it, by 8, the longest amount of half-lives, and you've got 32 hours. And then all of a sudden you're looking at, well, if I just don't take HGH for 2 days, even if they put me through the $1,000 test, they still won't be able to find it inside of me.
Oh, well.
So Adrian, they tested after this competition, and after this French showdown, this one, he tested 2 times, one blood, one
Urine.
he know he's clean. Everyone knows the clean. So if someone has questions, we can answer that.
I was wanting to ask you.
Oh man.
Looks like, okay, so she was at CrossFit from 2013 to 2019 as the head of human resources. And then she did this chief people officer role at 3 companies in between. Mesa Biotech, Hyperfine, and Cypher Medicine. Anyway, so this is a role that she has, been in some capacity for a long time now.
Cool. I love it. I'm all for it.
God, I want to see more pictures of her because she does look fit in that. So I'm like, oh, let me see. Oh, I love it. On her LinkedIn, her banner is inside of a CrossFit gym, a community that's all wearing CrossFit shirts. You see
Sick.
that?
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's go. Cool. And she does do CrossFit, including the Open. Oh yeah, that's right. We could look at the Open. That's exciting. That's exciting because yet again, what are we looking for? We're looking for people who strongly believe in the methodology, in my opinion. So very cool. Let's see. Oh, hey, I wanted to, regarding now that we are nearing the end of semifinal season. So we have, of course, the online still to go. And then we have NorCal and Syndicate next weekend, which would be awesome. But I was looking, because I'll be at NorCal, and I was looking at the lineup of athletes that are planning to compete there.
Mhm.
And it is so stacked. It's
yeah.
crazy. And
Stacked.
so is Syndicate.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And the fact that, okay, so over at Torian, we have Justin mixing things up. Over at French Throwdown, we had Jason mixing things up. All of these different competitions with the Copacer situation, even at Mayhem, having European athletes and so on come over. I think that this structure, who knows, every year is a new year, and I don't know what's best case scenario, but what this has created is an opportunity for the athletes to compete at events they've wanted to be at. But then also, what are you laughing
Just
at?
go. Ortega asked, does everyone have to do CrossFit to work at HQ? And then Peter said they don't have to Ortega, but they should.
Yeah. I'm with you, Peter. They should. They absolutely should. So it's one, given the athletes the opportunity to compete at competitions that they've seen for a long time and have had interest in, or just, to play the game or whatever. But it's created a lot of unique star power at different competitions and maybe drawn a lot of eyes to international competitions that they wouldn't have focused on otherwise, right? So like, how many people watched French Throwdown because Jason Hopper was there versus if he wasn't there? So I just, looking at it, this year has been interesting. And that's certainly, in my opinion, a perk of the current structure.
Yeah, I like it. I think I think there should be some parameters around it instead of the wild, wild west in some capacity.
Does the parameters mean that you can only register for 2 or what?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It didn't play out like we thought. You felt like you'd see the same 20 people everywhere, which didn't really seem to be the case. Like you kind of knew who was going to make it every time. I think it'll be pretty interesting this weekend to see these 4 guys and who doesn't make it and what these 4 guys decide to do. Like if it's Justin, does Justin fly back across the world and do NorCal.
Or Syndicate. Yep.
Oh, he definitely won't do Syndicate. Because NorCal is at least near his home. And so
You do whatever tests are more favorable to him, I believe. I
well,
think that travel wouldn't be
yeah, that's fair.
and you won't know what the NorCal tests are until before. So that you just have to
Exactly.
trust your fitness and hope for the best there.
Last chance should be one spot. I think there should be an online variation. So Peter says last chance should be one spot, allocate the rest events. You're only allowed to register for one semi. We need Jeopardy. I lean more towards this. I do believe the last chance for a single spot ends up yielding just like 7 people that signed up just like last year. And I don't think that was a good look. It just didn't look fun for whatever the last chance was. But there was online and then a last chance, right? So, everyone at the end of the season, only like 11 people. It was a very low number and it just wasn't exciting. There's a way to make the online portion still exciting and valuable, whether it's at the end, bigger, which is pretty much what everyone asked for last year. Hey, just put the online at the end. And so then people aren't pulling out during their in-person events. But people still pulled out of their in-person events. But I think they pulled out last year. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's also true. I like this maybe a little bit better. So Peter says Justin doesn't make it this week. Oh my God, oh wait, I have a ton of spots online. Never mind. It's not that important. I think doing it this way would make the in-persons more valuable. So you have online semis happens 2 weeks after, before all of your in-persons. And then it's like, hey, this is really important. There's not a second go or whatever it might be. So
You would prefer the online to be before the in-persons?
yeah, I think so.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think we want to see, like you said, we want to see a Jeopardy. We want to see, hey, this is it. Like this is your weekend or it's not happening.
Yeah. I think the tough thing about that, I hear the argument, I don't know, Harry Lightfoot. We still don't know what happened with him. It sounds like the banter is maybe it wasn't an injury, but instead something else. I think it's safe to say everybody would love to see him at the games, and the idea that he had something occur on one weekend, if that's the structure. I mean, I do understand other sports, obviously the game is when the game is, and you either win it or you lose it. And that's that, but I don't know. I do like the idea of these athletes getting that chance after the fact if something didn't go well in person.
So you say we'd have the same 20 competing. Well, we didn't. We didn't though. And if online was first, so many of these people would do it. And a lot of them wouldn't make it. You'd have 7. The top 7 would make it, right? The boys would make it.
And that could be like a gift of you don't even have to travel.
Right. And they would all try. And I feel like CrossFit could do what they did when Rogue did it and basically take the top 20. I don't know. You could make it a streaming event. I don't know. They could take the videos and post them and make it a thing like they used to do way back when. I don't know when it like kind of turned online. They're like, here, let's look at the videos of the first close, right? Of like you close it in half, right? You do 2 and 2, right? It's like, or 5 or 3 and 3 or whatever it might be. And you cut it in half. It's like, here's your first submission window. Here's your second submission window. And then they post them. And then I think it would be cool. It would be something entertaining. But I definitely agree with Peter. Like
I can see. Yeah, I was going to pull that comment.
Like it just is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so back to the comment about they don't have to, but they should do CrossFit for employees of CrossFit HQ to be CrossFitters. Imagine if that was an expectation of like big food or big pharma. Like if it's like, hey, if you're a C-suite level at a big food company, you need to be consuming the products. anyway, I don't know. Like actually,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
actually
yeah,
believe
yeah,
in
for
what
sure.
it is that you
Right.
sell. Not
Yeah.
just-
I mean, it's the same when like all these famous actors like shoot these shitty commercials. You know, they're not consuming that crap.
right.
They just get paid. They just get paid to be on the camera, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of CrossFit Medical Society, the summit coming up soon, we're going to have Jen briefly on next week as well. Jen Pishko from CrossFit Medical Society, to just kind of talk about ways that you can be integrating what the CrossFit Medical Society has to offer and resources and tools and so on for affiliates and for coaches and even for practitioners. So anyone who's, a nurse or a doctor or something like that, that would love to kind of expand their toolbox. I think anyway, I think that's kind of the focus. Yet again, I haven't attended one yet. So she'll speak better to that than I can, but we'll have her on briefly next week to talk about that. Be cool. I can't wait to go hear it at length at the summit.
It's going to be cool. I'm sad I can't be there.
Yeah.
Soon we'll be, oh, did you see who just commented in Circle?
No.
This guy.
Wait, really?
Yeah. My man, Jeffrey. What's up? Welcome to the inner sanctum of WODprep.
Hold up. What happened?
He just joined.
Let's go. Jay Birch is a
What a
part of the
dude.
community.
What a dude. Oh, we should probably have like a camp code on here now at some point. Hey guys, if you're looking to like suck less at CrossFit and in person and come celebrate my birthday with me, you should come to WODprep camp August 15th and 16th in Louisville, Colorado at Coda Ironview with the WODprep team. Small group breakouts, learn your skills, weightlifting sessions, hit some PRs, learn a skill that you don't have with, some of the best coaches in the space.
It's going to be really fun. It's going to be a good time. This is the third year doing it. Is that right?
Yes, year 3.
Cool.
And it's already by far the biggest.
I can't wait.
It's going to be fun.
It'll be my first year being there. I mean, of course, I've talked about it before, but Kevin owned the first affiliate I was a member at. Any chance that I get the opportunity to go back to Coda Ironview, I love it. And so just being there is already really exciting. The community that's there is amazing. And the idea that we get to host our camp inside of that facility, which is beautiful and massive and
huge.
Our entire team the entire team gets to be there in person together since we're all remote. It's pretty cool. Should we talk about Murph at all?
Do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's just, obviously we know that Memorial Day is coming up and most CrossFitters are going to be doing the workout Murph this weekend. Maybe I should just say that we ran a call on that inside of Academy or inside of the community. And so, by the way, the community now inside of Circle, we do have a free tier. Can we talk about that?
Carlos, it is Louisville for Colorado. It's not Louisville. It's Louisville, which is the city in
Louisville. I don't know.
Carlos said, did you say Louisville? Isn't it? No, it's not. Not the one in, at least that's how I've been told. I don't know. I don't live there. That's just what I was told. It's spelled the same way, but it's said Louisville, but I could be wrong. Anywho, yeah, see? Yeah. I don't know what this means. Murph.
I can talk about that.
Okay. Continue on. I mean, man, I'm sad I can't do it. I haven't not done Murph. I don't know. Like 15 years since I started CrossFit, and I can't do it this year. I might try to do something. I'm just really nervous that I'll I might have, if I do it.
Talking about your pec?
Yeah.
Modify it and do it.
Yeah.
Be a part of the community. No, you're a great example of, okay, so hey, you have an injury that you've been navigating. And so then therefore you're not going to do it RX to stand, or whatever.
I have to do knee push-ups.
You can do the running, you can do all of the squatting, you can do the pull-ups, figure out something to do that's a scaling option that is not going to injure you. You're the freaking PT. Figure it out.
I can do strict pull-ups.
Great.
I might be able to even do kipping pull-ups.
And scale it as needed.
Overhead press.
Right? Volume wise.
Overhead press
Take a look at what you've been doing
overhead
recently.
press would be so terrible. JD. Yikes. That would be terrible. I could do overhead press with a lot more load too. That would be yikes. That would be rough.
Cool. You're doing
Um,
Murph. Love that. Yep. Anyway, what I was saying is that about the free tier, the free community within Circle that we have now, and how we just ran our Murph call in there. And so anybody, that recording is there. Anybody who wants to sign up for the free side of WODprep inside of Circle, I think, do they just go to WODprep.com in order to sign up, right?
Yeah. Or you can just DM WODprep too,
Mhm.
and then they'll send you a link.
Yep.
Yeah. So our goal is we have a Murph group. Ben ran a super long Murph. How long was that call yesterday? Was it really long or no?
The call, well, we did the office hours following it. And so the call was probably about 2 hours, but the portion about Murph specifically was probably just over an hour. But we always upload it with timestamps and so on. So an athlete can always come in and look and see what portions of the call they want to
Right.
take a look at. But the first part of it is about Murph. We started with that. And so we just talked about all the different scaling options. We had a ton of creative scaling options, and that entire Murph group in there is a part of the free space. And so all of the resources for that are there, including a variety. There were so many ways that we talked about scaling Murph that I've never even thought of.
Right.
And so it was really cool. And so, yeah, that recording and just all the resources are there for anybody who's trying to figure it out. But, we talked about, why do we do Murph, right? I mean, it is a abundantly good thing to do on Memorial Day to remember not only Michael Murphy, but of course, all of the fallen veterans, and to just remember that that's why we do that workout, and doing it to standard and remembering why we do it is more important than like your score, and just anyway, it was a good call. So I hope everyone's doing it in some way. And I hope that that's what we talked about in that call, is that we're also scaling it relative to what is appropriate for us, because he actually pulled up the article from whenever it first came out. And in the article, it literally said, partition as needed, and wear a weight vest if you have one.
Yeah.
Like, it was all very optional on
correct.
those things, where we've kind of interpreted it over the years of like, RX is unpartitioned with a vest, period, and to each their own. But anyway.
Is it better to do Murph or watch Lone Survivor? I actually think the best way to do it is to wear like a GoPro headset.
Oh my gosh.
Watch it and just like stare at it while you're doing it, or have it on the big screen. Rent's like a blow up, and then everyone has to do it inside. Yeah, I love him. All right, I'll do it. I wasn't going to do it, but I'll do it.
Yeah. Sorry. It is what it is. You can count the miles towards your mileage. Well, if it's it won't be the first yet. Just kidding. Yeah. And that running challenge starts on June 1st. And that is also a part of the free community. So heads up.
Is it in the free community?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
There was something I wanted to pull up. Oh yeah. Cool. Jay Birch asked, what do you think about Adam Klink reviving CrossFit Texas?
Yeah, think about this. Tell me.
Yeah. Well, CrossFit Texas won. Just what a cool affiliate name. That affiliate just closed, and Adam Klink is taking over the name and into a new location. And I believe that they're opening June 1st.
That's cool. Is it like totally different city? Everything? Like you just got the name?
No, it's still, so I think it was in Georgetown, and it will be in Georgetown. So no, it didn't leave where it is. It's still in a suburb of Austin, a northern suburb. And so anyway, yeah, I love that the name is staying out there. And also, if my memory serves me correctly, I mean, I've known Adam for a handful of years now, living here and being in the space. And I think that affiliate ownership has always been of interest to him. So it's really exciting. He will retain his role at RAD. He still works for RAD, but he's also opening this affiliate. So that's really cool. Very excited for him, and excited for the community.
Neat. I like it. I'm all for it.
Bullying.
I wonder if there's a
CJ
CrossFit Florida. Carlos, should we open CrossFit Florida?
Yeah, take a look. If that name's not taken, that's crazy.
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah, but there could be. So, there was like a very long time span where you weren't allowed to have geographically driven names.
Okay.
Because of like unfair like SEO stuff. Like it just was unfair. Like CrossFit Pensacola doesn't, it exists now, but they brought it back in. Because like CrossFit Pensacola, that's what Mako would have been called forever ago, but they wouldn't give them the name. Yep. Someone has, but I think they brought it back. JD, I'm pretty sure they started allowing it again.
Well, I think the rules
recently.
have changed because I think even just like taking over ownership and moving it to a new location, I think at one point that wasn't necessarily a possibility. So I'm
Mhm.
not sure. I don't know. It seems, yeah, maybe I'm not knowledgeable enough about it. I've heard talk about it changing, but we'd have to look into it. I don't know. Being able to move locations and retain a name, buy a
Mhm.
name and move locations, things like
Right.
that. I don't know what
Like buying a website.
it used to
Like,
be, what it is now. I'm not sure.
JD, you should look into it. Just totally change your CrossFit gym's name. So yeah, that was a good call. That was a good chat. Bennett's chirping.
Yeah. I think the only other thing is Dave Castro he's doing his athlete interviews, which is
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
And I think that the Syria Meha one was like, was so awesome to have had because did you watch it?
No, didn't she?
Not do it last year?
Right.
The interview?
Correct.
Uh-huh.
She didn't do it last year, but she's very, like she's highly educated, isn't she?
Yes.
She's like a physicist or something like that, or an engineer.
Don't know. But I think that she was encouraged to continue her education even higher, which she already has a higher level of education. She
Mhm.
said that school was easy for her, even at a
Right.
high level. You know, she was like, yeah, I was a full-time, anyway, I am paraphrasing what she was saying. And it's very worth it. She was so talkative. It was pretty cool.
And then
Yes.
obviously someone asked about swimming, and so it sounds like there might be swimming, which I'd be all for. And for sure in a pool. No way there's gonna be an open water swim. But I'm all for a pool. I hope it's not 50-meter swim into a ski again. That was silly. I hope it's actually long enough that the swim matters.
I like how Tyler's literally asking us to weigh in about him.
About him, yeah.
Yeah, I need you guys to pipe in on the Tyler
I
Watkins.
didn't hear.
versus
Did you talk
JY
about it
debate.
on Wednesday? If you talked about it on Wednesday, I'll go watch it.
They talked about it on Wednesday. They
Yeah.
just debated kind of heavily that JY does not believe that she has a meaningful future, as in no top 5s or top 10s in her career, and that Tyler strongly believes that she's got very meaningful potential.
Was she won what did she snatch at Far East? Was it Far East?
Sorry, don't know. All right, this is your time to shine, Tyler, because you're the one that is hyped. So I don't know. I need backup. I mean, it doesn't sound like she's been doing the sport for all that long. She's made very meaningful headway, which is, promising, but.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't a lift. I thought it was.
1,000 pounds. Take it.
1 million pounds. I don't know. So
Yeah,
all right.
That's that.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Who do you anticipate being on the podium on the men's and women's side based on the fact that 2 events have already occurred for Torian Pro? Let's finish with that.
I think let's go women. I think Ellie seems to be obviously in a very good spot. It's a lot of gap. Madeline Sturt will most likely move forward with all the rest of the events, in my opinion. And I'm trying to think Kyra's only 15 points out.
How many more events have running in them?
5. No, none.
No more running.
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
And I think so. I think it's Kyra, Ellie, Madeline, and man, I don't know. I think Ricky's for sure.
Yep.
And then I think you can basically toss up between Jay, Justin, and Bailey. Jay and Justin are, I think your event 2 is a better indication of where you're going to finish in general. I've always felt Jay was stronger than Justin, and Jay got 35 seconds slower. I think Grace is going to get close, but I don't think she's going to make it. I think she'll get to like 5th or something like that, but I think the other girls just have too much of a space. I think it's going to be Ricky, Justin, Bailey. I think Jay's going to miss. That's my guess.
Yeah, cool. Okay. I actually No, I actually agree with that, which is almost like kind of sad because I think Jay's actually just seems like such a nice guy and is plenty fit. But I'll choose those. And then on the women's side, I agree that between Gracie and Kyra, I really don't know. I mean, it's just, yeah. I think it's exciting. I think it's most exciting for Ellie in the long journey now that she's had up to this point of things went well, things did not go well for quite some time. And for her to be now feeling good again is exciting. And then
she was always fun to watch. I definitely was not a fan of her whiny era. I'm glad that's over and she's just making it happen.
Yeah. And then between Kyra and Grace, I think there's a gap. I don't know what I think.
I think the gap is big. Well, this is a good question. What do you think Ellie's biggest improvement is being back? And that's the word, is back. It's her tolerance to whatever it was. And she wasn't a great runner and she won the ruck by a lot. So I would say probably that. It's probably her aerobic capacity, I would assume. And then I would assume secondarily, or probably more importantly, is her ability to tolerate anti-hinge patterns and those kind of things that she clearly could not tolerate in volume from 2021 onward, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of thing is really hard to overcome. Like some people just, their backs blow up regularly. And I think she injured it. And then I think it went into this just low tolerance to anything. I mean, she didn't lift a bar. They said she didn't lift a barbell for like over a year, which obviously I totally disagree with. And
that snatch ladder, that's the first time she's lifted that heavy. Like,
is that what it said? Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah. Like she hasn't even done that. Tried to.
That's wild. All right. My Bennett's yelling for mommy, which means that daddy needs to go in and wake him up.
Do your job.
All right. You guys, thank you so much. That was great. What a good show. We'll see you guys Monday night. Watch Torian, watch Rebel Games. We didn't talk about it. Sorry.
Rebel Renegade. Yeah.
Rebel Renegade. And whoever's there, I hope they win. All right. Bye.